Introduction. View from the brink. I sit here to pen this manuscript on the brink of a particularly noteworthy birthday. It begins with an 8, and it ends with a rather ominous 0. I once read a poem about how the inscriptions on tombstones summarize our lives in two main numbers, the year of our birth and that of death. In the middle, the dash, that mad run from daily life to eternity. Across the twilight of years, I find myself shifting positions in my chair to ease my cranky lower back and trying to remember where I put my reading glasses as I write this introduction in the dining area of my home overlooking the Las Vegas Strip. Not a bad final chapter for a kid who grew up in a chicken house converted into living space by my newlywed, very young parents on a small farm in rural Virginia. Having used only an outhouse through the age of 8, I'm living out my remaining years in a 3,500 square foot home I'd once have only been able to call a mansion. Not only do I now have one bathroom, I have 5. All of them are filled with marble fixtures and original artwork. No wild snakes adorn the ledge above the doors, and toilet paper is plentiful. It's true what they say about the little things. How ironic that someone so keen on measured responses and careful strategizing would end up living in the most notorious place on the planet for taking wild chances. Though, that's how I see the release of this manuscript, a gamble I'm prepared to make. Why I'm magnetically drawn to the page eludes me. Do I just want to share my thoughts with friends and others? Maybe as I write it all down, my memory will become less likely to scamper any further away than it already has. In either case, here we are. I chuckle at this very thought even as I type. How can a country kid like me aim so high? Perhaps the fact that my life experiences have taken me to heights of power with a fulfilling career as an FBI agent, and to depths of fathoming the human spirit in philosophical studies, merit consideration. So I make you this pledge as you dedicate precious time in the dash of your own life to ponder the lessons from mine. Everything I present you here will be the truth. These are the cumulative epiphanies of 8 decades as the earth has spun. Time has passed unceasingly, and these reflections will help me prepare to learn what none of us can know until that final moment. By the time you finish reading what I will share, you will see that truth transcends time even when it dizzies the mind. Oh, and allow me to both entice and warn you. You'll meet some talking animals along the way. I recommend you do little to question the literal truth they offer, lest cynicism rob you of the capital T, truth. I am not your mentor here. They are, for they have been among my greatest teachers. Some chapters will share my experiences with the FBI, and others will provide philosophical context describing the many ways my perspectives have been informed by animal companions. It's a fact that I would not be who I am without both aspects included in this memoir. I've been told that my blue-gray eyes are the color of a Confederate uniform, and that they sparkle when I'm amused, which is often. An editor I met recently insisted that I look like Paul Newman. This would be an embarrassment, except that I happily recognize that my energy lends me a rather youthful look for a man my age. So feel free to imagine an 80-year-old Cool Hand Luke or Butch Cassidy as you enter into my story. I invite you to sit alongside me, a silent sentinel at peace in perpetual motion. Join me and the philosophers, that curious breed of elders, seeking answers to life's mysteries, delving into the depths and dancing along the sharp edges of reason. Even early in life, I introspectively contemplated the universe's place within an assignment I was given by my 3rd-grade teacher, to practice writing my home address on an envelope. So, I wrote Route 1, Legato Road, Fairfax, Virginia, USA, North America, Northern Hemisphere, planet Earth, the solar system, the Milky Way galaxy, the universe. I remember then asking myself, But where is that? Still asking. The badge, often seen as a mere symbol of authority and governmental power, represents more in my eyes. It signifies a commitment to justice, the safeguarding of civil liberties, and the perpetual pursuit of truth. Here I delve into the intricate balance between upholding the rule of law and maintaining ethical integrity. Reflecting on the badge as a reminder of the immense responsibility bestowed upon those who serve, I aim to unravel the complexities of navigating governmental framework while adhering to my own personal moral compass. This philosophy extends beyond the professional sphere. It is deeply intertwined with my personal passions, particularly my fondness for cats and dogs. Their unconditional companionship has given me solace and strength throughout my career and far beyond into retirement. I suppose one could say that these beloved animals symbolize the nurturing side of my character. And to be sure, they offer a counterbalance to the often harsh realities of my experiences in law enforcement. By weaving these elements together, I hope to paint a holistic picture of my central philosophy of life, where the intersection of professional duty and an abiding affinity for fur babies fosters a profound understanding of what it means to serve and protect, not only on duty but beyond the badge. This is why, even though I am only one man, I feel I have led two lives. And so we begin. I am sorting through the gallery of my mind to identify the very first memory of my life. For me, it easily comes into focus. It is morning. I'm lying in a large bed in a tiny but sunny bedroom between my mother and my father. Curled up with me is a coal black cat, whose name, I later learned, was Midnight. His presence in those primary moments of my memory foretold my destiny. There have always been cats in my life. So there I lay, an infant with a mind essentially a tabula rasa, full of wonder. It was in those moments, amid the quiet hum of crickets and the gentle sway of the wind, that I began my quest for meaning.